Not me laughing at the joke I'm about to tell, but this one's going to be a long one. And that's what I told your mom, and we sat down and we talked about it, and she agreed that she's down with all that. Very experienced woman. And you know what else I find funny? Is when I tell something like a joke, that's called a joke, people get offended. Like my mouth opened and words came out, and somewhere on your body it hurts. What is life like living like that? All right, well, now that we've pissed off 30% of the audience, let's do this challenge. This is going to be, unfortunately, probably one of the longest videos I've made because this guy asked for so much stuff on his little laundry list of things to do. And I think he did that because he's convinced this stuff is luck. So if we put 95 things in place, it can't be luck. We'll still get the luck comment, though. Heads up, this guy gets a flush, I get a full house. His flush has to be made of hearts. My full house has to be made of kings and aces. It's draw poker, not hold'em. I have to use a cut card. We roll dice to do the cut, and then when I deal, I can't deal out of my hand. I have to deal off the table to prevent any kind of false dealing. Anything else, princess? All right, let's do it. Casino-style shuffle. In addition to the casino-style shuffle, well, let me finish it. Strip. One more shuffle. And I didn't specify showing the shuffle, but I will because people will say, he didn't shuffle it. Shut up. Shut up. Now, at this point, I'm supposed to cut onto a cut card to be a random cut. He's convinced that I know where I'm going to cut ahead of time, so we'll roll dice. I use 6 different colored dice. We'll roll them once to determine where I cut. Whatever number I roll to, I'll count out to it. Now, don't worry. I'll roll them again. He didn't roll them. Shut up. 6, 12, 14, 15, 16, 21. All right, 21 cards. So I'd usually cut. We're going to count not off the bottom. 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21. Complete the cut. He didn't really count 21 cards. I'm offended by the accent. Shut up. 21 cards. Screenshot and shut up. All right, here we go. We'll deal those in a moment, but the loaded dice people. You see how these are different totals? Therefore, they can't be loaded because if they were loaded, we would see 21 every single time. But you're a man of low intellect. Struggling for something. So you just write nonsense in the comments, hoping it'll stick. I feel bad for the guy that's got to screenshot all this and keep tallies. You rolled 17 twice. Shut up. All right, anyway. And then if you are the kind of guy that says, you said you were going to use 6 different colored dice and there's 2 green ones. You are the worst type of human on the planet. And anyway, they're not the same because this one's sanded and this one's not. So therefore, there are 2 different shades of green. If you went to Home Depot and bought color swatches, you'd have 2 separate swatches for these, which therefore means it's 2 different colors. Anyway, also, in the past, I've used multiple dice and people say they're all the same color. People say, oh, I saw 5 4 times. I saw you roll a 5 4 times, so it was kind of loaded. It may not be the same die, genius. But in this case, there's no doubt that we have different numbers and totals and different numbers coming up on individually colored dice. May I continue? Heads, oh, I can't deal off the, I have to deal like this. Hearts for a flush, and then a full house, aces and kings for me. How lucky. All right. It's almost like it can't be luck at this point because there's so many factors. Maybe it's just pure talent that you don't know about at all. So that's why you're in the comments. But you don't know this stuff, so that's why you're lost in the Dunning-Kruger effect. All right, anyway. Clearly didn't deal off the bottom of the deck. There's your hand. There's my hand. No, it is not a deck full of heart flushes and aces and kings. And yes, I think that when you comment stupid things, I'm going to tell you that you're stupid. And if you're offended by that, there's no help for you. I'm sorry. Anyway, $100, I think this guy said. $100. So we all know that he's not going to pay anyway. There you go. The longest video. And by the way, the people that, when people don't pay and other people come in and chip in and say, hey, that guy didn't pay. Here you go. Here's some money. What a legend. All right. That's it. $100. Let's see if this guy pays. What do you think?